What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today's Fan Friday, and today's winner was Trevenant, Slurpuff, and Palkia. But as you see, I did add a Dragalge line in the deck, because I think Dragalge is really clutch in this deck, just because with the Strafe into a Trevenant and the Hypnotoxic Laser, and with Dragalge they can't retreat there. And if they have a Keldeo, you can Light Center it up and kind of make it stuck in the active spot here. But let's go over the deck real quick. We have Trevenant here, which has Forest Curse. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, your opponent can't play item cards from his or her hand, which is obviously a really strong effect. There's a reason why Silent Toad has done so great in this format, just because if your opponent can't play item cards, they can't use First Seekers, they can't play their own lasers, they can't play Computer Search, Ultra Ball. You just shut their deck down entirely. And you have Tree Slam here, 60 and 20 to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. This could be used if your opponent plays like a Sigilyph or a Suicune. You can attack with Trevenant, which is pretty useful there, just in case if you need to. He asked for a 2-2 Slurpuff here, or he asked for a Slurpuff line, so I put a 2-2 in it. The Slurpuff has the ability tasting once during your turn before you attack. You may draw a card, and if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, draw one more card. So you can draw two cards with Slurpuff. It seems okay. If he didn't request a Slurpuff, I'd probably cut it out. Probably put some Jirachis and Shaymins in here. Maybe some Wallies or something. But we'll have the 2-2 Slurpuff in here just because he did request the Slurpuff. And the 1-1 Dragalge. Like I said, Dragalge says your opponent's poison Pokemon can't retreat. So if you poison them with a laser, they have to sit there in the active spot. And they can't play Switch because Trevenant's in the active spot. So they have to like Lysander and play Switch. Which could happen, but they can't like Verse Seeker for Lysander then switch because they're in a trainer lock. 3 Palkia here. Palkia has the attack Strafe 50, and you switch this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. So basically, when you attack with Palkia, you switch to Trevenant. It's kind of like the Gengar deck, kind of like Donphan, but it just does 50 for 3 color synergy. So you can put whatever you want on a Palkia. And that's all the Pokemon we're playing here. Like I said, if we didn't play the Slurpuff, I would probably play Jirachi, Shaymin, and some other stuff in here. But he requested the Slurpuff, so we're going with the Slurpuffs right now. And we do play the 4-3 Trevenant line. Maybe bump it up to 1 more, but the space is kind of tight in here. 1 Computer Search, just for consistency. Turn 1s, discard 2 cards from your hand. Search deck for any card and put it in your hand. 4 Hypnotoxic Lasers. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. And flip a coin if has they are also asleep. The sleep's not that too big of a deal. Once we have the Dragalge in the active spot, we can't make it where they can't attack us if they are asleep, but they can't retreat either way. So basically, you're going to strafe here with 50, Laser 60, Poisoned 70, 80, and then Muscle Band 100. And then if they stick there in the active spot, you're going to do 130, and then you can strafe them once again for the knockout, which is pretty cool combo there. 1 Sacred Ash, shuffle 5 Pokemon from discard pile into your deck. 4 Ultra Ball to search out Pokemon, and we have 4 VS Seeker to your supporters. 1 Colress, 1 Lysander, 3 N, 4 Juniper, 1 Shadow Triad, which I like a lot. Put a Team Plasma card for your discard pile into your hand, which is for the lasers, but you can get back Palkia too because it is a Team Plasma Pokemon, which is a cool thing also. So if you discard your Sacred Ash early and you discard some Palkias, you can First Seeker for Shadow Triad to get back your Palkias. 3 Verbank City Gems just to help you win the war. 4 Float Stones, so your Trevenants or Slurpuffs or whatever they bring up has free retreat. Which is really helpful because if you don't have free retreat, you're kind of just stuck in the active spot because we don't play any switch cards. Now, usually you would play a switch just in case they play like laser or something, but once Trevenant's in the active spot, they obviously can't play lasers. 3 Muscle Band just to do increased 20 damage with the Palkia. 4 DCE and 6 Psychic. We do play the Psychic Energy, so that way you can Tree Slam. Maybe if you didn't want to Tree Slam, you could put maybe Grass Energies. And that way, if they do poison something, you could just slap a Grass Energy to it and retreat it with the Virizion on the bench, which seems like an iffy play. But I do like the Psychic Energy, so that way you can attack with Trevenant. But that's the deck here. Like I said, once again, the deck that won was Trevenant, Slurpuff, and Palkia, but I just put a Dragalge in there just to help out the deck a little bit more. But hopefully you enjoyed the deck and let's see it in action. Alright, so playing against Abracadabra. Abracadabra. I think that's like the Harry Potter Pro. Abracadabra. I know it's the Harry Potter spell here. Alright, so no Pokemon. Oh my goodness, it's a Trevenant mirror match. Put the Palkia. Let's see, where's my opponent saying right now? Alright. So we're back on track here. We're good now. We're good to go. Now the only difference between us and him is he can play the lasers while we can't. Which is, I mean, we can't play lasers because he'll have Trevenant. So we'll put a laser here. Trying to put him to sleep. Nope. We'll play it in here. We get a Verbank. We get a DCE. We'll Ultra Ball these two away. We do play the Sacred Ash, so we should be okay. We'll get a Phantom out. Put that guy down and end our turn here. Now, if the Phantom stays in the active spot here, it will get knocked out of poison because of the Verbank and poisoned, and he'll have to bring up a Gengar here. So let's see, does the Phantom stay active or not? Or does it retreat into a Gengar and start using Night Court or Night Attack for 30? Here we see an Ultra Ball discarding a Zerosic and Verbank City Gem to get a Shaman for 6 here. Okay. Can he get a Wally turn 1? Oh, if he got a Wally turn 1, we'd be in trouble. We'd be in trouble. Oh, but if we get a Trevenant out first and make it where he can't play Float Stones, oh no, a DCE, don't do that. He's a Roastic our DC off. That's not cool. Alright, but at least his Phantom got knocked out. Okay, so we're good there. So here we see Gengar come active. We'll put a Psychic Energy here. We'll play a Laser. Let's hopefully put him to sleep. And we do. Very nice. We'll play a Juniper here. We'll get a Trevenant. We get a Skrelp. And we'll just have to end our turn. Hopefully Gengar stays asleep. And he does. Alright, sweet. So next turn, if we get a DCE, a Floatstone, we'll be good to go. He can't play any item cards anymore. His Trevenants don't have a way to treat anymore. Here we see an Ultra Ball discarding a Trevenant and a Sycamore. He must have another supporter in his hand. Why else would he have played that? So let's see here. Does he get a Phantom here and try to put a Floatstone in early before I get my Trevenant up? Here we see a Phantom. Okay. We see a DC going to this Gengar. And he stays asleep here. He didn't even play a supporter. That's interesting. Alright, we'll put a Dragalge down. Put a Phantom. And we'll Verse Seeker for Juniper. We don't really need the Muscle Band, the Shadow Triad, or Slurpuff right now. So a Juniper here. Do we hit a Floatstone? And we do. Oh my goodness. This is a beautiful hand here. We'll put a DC here. And here we'll Strafe for 70. Sit into Trevenant. Now, when we do this, he can actually retreat if he has an energy, because he can't just Dark Quarter, which is kind of annoying. Here we see his own Trevenant coming down. But, oh, he has the license to bring up a Palkia. Oh, now he doesn't have anything. Okay. So he's going to sit at the Trevenant here, I would imagine. Maybe the Gengar. Nope, the Trevenant here. Okay. So here, I'm just going to... Ooh, okay, no. We're going to attach a Psychic Energy here. And here we're going to use Chorus. We get the other Trevenant down, and here we'll just Strafe for 50, or for 70. Send up Trevenant for sure. Now, we can actually put a DC on him and do 60, 20, 20 to knock out the Trevenant and the Gengar and do damage to the other Gengar. And I pass my opponent here, so now we'll put an energy here. Well, we can't use Verse Seeker for Chorus. I don't want to discard my Psychic Energies either. Okay, actually we'll do this. We'll Tree Slam for 60, put 20 here, and 20 to a Shaman. Now we can Life Center up a Shaman and actually knock it out. So take a prize, take a prize, take a prize. Do we have a Life Center discard power? We don't. Alright, here we see Gengar coming active now. And we see a pass from my opponent here. Alright, we don't have a laser. We don't have the knockout yet. But we got a Laser, Tails, Verse Seeker for a Chorus. We'll play it. Alright, get 5 cards here. We need to get another Palkia out. Oh, that's pretty bad. Alright, we should still be able to win next turn, though. We'll just retreat to Palkia here, and we'll use Strafe for 70 with the poison and everything. Bring it up to 100. Now it can't retreat, and if it does, we have a license to bring it up to actually knock out the Gengar here. We're actually beating the kind of mirror match. It's just weird that he didn't get set up. He didn't really play a supporter. He kind of discarded that Juniper. That one turn, he would see an end for my opponent. Does he get an energy or not? There's the energy. So we're going to see Shebe probably come to the active spot here. But, he brings up this Shaman. And, oh, he's lucky. We didn't draw to a laser. Alright, so... could do 60, 20, 20. We'll put an energy here. And that way, when we strafe this turn, we can hit it for 70. And the next turn, we can Tree Slam for a knockout there. So put a Psychic Energy on this Trevenant right now. Just wait for mana to kick in. Come on, Pokemon. Come on, Internet. Don't do this to me now. Just come on, Internet. Nope, don't do it to me. No! Oh, man. That happens a lot to me. If y'all don't know, my Internet's really shaky there. But it looked like we were going to win the game there. Like I said, we were going to do 60, 20, 20, and then next turn, if we top deck whenever we top deck a DC, we could have easily picked off that Shaman there, unless he put a DC into it. It would have been a weird situation there. But there's one game with it. Hopefully, we'll get another game with the deck and actually win this turn. All right, but yeah, look out for another game here in a second. All right, so we're playing against CPK for the win, playing a Dragon colorless deck. All heads like always, and tails. Boo! That's no good for us. We always want to go first. So let's see. A Mega Rayquaza deck. Oh, this could be scary. Oh man. Alright. Ooh, okay. If only we played like Chirachis and stuff, we should be okay, but we don't. We actually get hit for weakness on the Dragon Rayquaza. We'll start Palkia here. Put a Swirlix down, draw a card from Mulligan, and we see the regular Rayquaza come down. Fighting Stadium come out. Spirit Link. Okay. And we see a double Dragon Energy coming down. We see a Sycamore here, discarding Mega Turbo Energy Retrieval Letter. Now he can knock us out turn 2, which is always a scary thing to happen here. He needs 5 energies? Yeah, I think it's 5. So if he double Dragon Energies and Mega Turbos, he could knock us out turn 2. It would do 600 damage to us. Here we see an Ultra Ball discarding a Trainer's Mail and a Fire Energy. Alright. Maybe Sin of the Palkia was a risky play, but you know what? Sometimes you gotta risk it to get the biscuit, is what we say. Alright. But we need a top deck a supporter. Right now we have a 3 pair? Yeah, a 3 pair. So it's a weird situation we're in right now. But let's see, what does CPK for the win get here? Another Shaman here, setting up some more cards. I thought he would get maybe a Reshiram if he plays them. But why the Fighting Stadium is the big question on my mind right now. Maybe there's some kind of fighting Pokemon in his deck. I don't remember seeing a fighting Pokemon though. I remember just seeing Dragon and Colorless. I could be wrong though. Maybe there's fighting in its deck. Or maybe that's just the only stadium he has and he wants to win a stadium war. Here we see an Ultra Ball discarding a Spirit Link and a Switch. Here we see the Hydreigon giving his Rayquaza a free retreat here and a pass from my opponent. Alright, top decking in. Thank you. Alright, so Ultra Ball discard a Laser and a Muscle Band. I actually want to save this Ultra Ball just in case we draw into it to get another Palkia out. Or we could get a Palkia out right now. Yeah, we'll get another Palkia out right now just in case he does knock us out. Or we could Ultra Ball discard these two, but I don't think that's worth it. We'll put a Muscle Band here. We'll play an N. We get a Laser or Energy here. And here I'll just end my turn. I don't want to drop the Laser yet, because if he has this Mega Rayquaza in hand, it would just get rid of the Verbank, or the Laser automatically, which we don't like. So let's see, does my opponent have a Mega Rayquaza, Double Dragon Energy, Mega Turbo, to actually knock us out this turn? And if he does, well, it'll be okay. We got a Slurpuff, we got a Verbank, we got a Laser, we just need to draw into a DC to start strafing. We can actually hit for 140. But here we see a Fire Energy going down. That's not what he needs right now. Professor Birch getting Tails, which is always good for us here. It's not his, so he's not drawing 7. That's a big question on everybody's mind. Which one's better, Birch or Shauna? For next format, that's always a good question. But here we see he could Dragon Claws for 60. Here we see a Trainer's Mill. Okay, getting nothing. Maybe that he doesn't have a supporter for next turn, but like I said, he can Dragon Claws for 60. And then next turn, he can use Dragon Strike to knock us out, which is pretty scary. I'll put a DC here. We'll get the Slurpuff down. We'll get a Laser. We put him asleep. We don't. Put down the Verbank. And we'll play Juniper here. Alright, we get Ultra Ball, discard, and Ultra Ball. And Dragalge. Yep, that should be okay. And I'm actually going to get a Phantom. And I'm actually going to put the Phantom down, put a DC on this guy while tasting for one. Alright, we get a DC for next turn. We're going to retreat to this Palkia. And I'm actually going to strafe back into the Palkia to save my Phantom for being knocked out. So now this Jaguar Rayquaza has 80 HP left. We can knock it out. But if he has like an energy Lysander, he can knock out this Palkia on the bench, which is the only thing I'm scared of right now. Here we see an Ultra Ball discarding a Fire. Oh, we see Mega Rayquaza coming out here. Oh man, 130 HP left. Does he have energy? Oh, he has it. All right, scary times in our life right now. We're gonna see a Dragon Ascent for 600 damage. Poor Palkia got hit for 600. Oh man. All right, that's some stuff there. All right, so we're gonna send up this Palkia here. Right now, we're hitting for 3, 5, 7. We actually knock him out here, which is good for us. Credit Trevenant down, Floatstone it, and we'll play it in. We get let's tasting. I almost forgot the tasting. Ah, okay. We'll put down a Phantom, Floatstone here, and here we'll strafe. It should knock him out. Oh, he's weak to Fairy. Oh, I forget he's not weak to Dragon. Oh, I forget that they changed that up. Oh man, that's okay. Now that's really scary. Alright, but the good thing here is he can't play a Link because we have Trevenant in the active spot here, but he can retreat because of the Hydreigon. I just forgot that they changed dragons are weak to fairies. Why would they do that to me? I was like, yes, we can hit for weakness. We can do 140, knock him out, but then we should have knocked him out last turn, or at least left him with 10 HP, right? Yeah. Silly me. Okay. Well, let's see. What does my opponent have here? Here we see a Lysander. Don't bring our Palkia up. No, don't do that. Don't have a Mega Turbo. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not enough yet. Oh, we see a letter. That's still not enough yet. Okay. He needs a Mega Turbo of Fire. Fire, that's not what he needs here. We see a Reshiram come down. Okay, he can retreat to Reshiram. And then if he has a switch, he can Turbo Blaze to the Mega Rayquaza and then switch. Oh, buddy. Let's see what happens here. Does he have the switch or not? And he doesn't. Okay, sweet. We're good here. With tasting for... I mean, we're still not good, though. Get a laser. Alright. We'll play the laser. Try to put him to sleep. And we do. Alright. I'll put down the Swirlix. And here we'll just strafe for 70. And here we'll send up Trevenant. And if he stays asleep here, he gets knocked out. Come back into our turn. No, he wakes up. No, boo. Alright. But he wasted the Lysander last turn. So now he can't Lysander or Palkia. So he should maybe be okay. Big fingers crossed for us. Here we see another energy go to Mega Rayquaza. See a Professor Birch here. Tails only gets 4. Once again, he's 0 for 2 on Professor Birch right now. Now, what does he do here? Does he send up Mega Rayquaza to knock us out? He has 6 energies attached. He goes down to 4. He'll need 1 more to knock us out for next turn. Well, it's a big what if. Does he leave Reshiram to die here or to get knocked out? For us, only want to take 1 prize card. Will we see Mega Rayquaza do 300 damage and he'll have done 900 damage in 1 game? But if he does that, we can strafe him from knockout, and he lets the Reshiram get knocked out here. All right, poor little Reshiram never had a chance here. Now, who does he send up here? Oh, he actually sends up this guy. What is going on here? All right, well, tasting for 1. We get another Slurpuff. Well, tasting again. We get an Ultra Ball, discard a Verbank and a Psychic Energy, and here we'll get another Palkia out. Maybe we should have got Skrelp out. Is Dragalge discarded? I'll put down the Palkia. DC here. Yeah, Dragalge's already discarded. But here, we'll just retreat. And we should just be able to knock him out here. We'll strafe here for 70. Taking all of his energies off the board. No Dragon Ascent next turn. That was a really confusing play by my opponent here. Maybe he just... I don't know what he thought. Really? Okay. Here, see another Mega Rayquaza come active here. Now, he still can't play his Mega Turbos because Trevenant is in the active spot here. But man, he did 600 damage to a Palkia. That Palkia didn't have a chance that 1 turn. That was ridiculous. Alright. Our field's so colorful. Look at the Trevenants. We got some purple. We got some dragon color, whatever color dragon is. What color is this? Like a gray kind of... I don't know. Brown. Yeah, I guess brown's the right color. Here we see Shaman come up. Oh, no. Sacrificial Shaman. Here we see Sycamore. Okay. Do we have a Lysander in discard pile? No, we don't. Alright. Let's see. See another Reshiram come down. Okay. Fair enough. See another Rayquaza come active. And once again, we're in a situation. If we flip aheads on this guy... Oh, Shaman could be asleep and get knocked out, come back in our turn here. We'll put a Psychic Energy on this Palkia. I'm actually going to Verse Seeker for N. Well, tasting first. Tasting for 1. Tasting for 2. I was trying to get a muscle band, but here we'll just play the end. That's fine. Alright, so here we'll just retreat to the Palkia here. We'll strafe for 70 with the poison, 100. And we'll send up Trevenant here. Does he wake up? Oh, he wakes up again. Both turns he's woken up. But the Shaman will get knocked out unless he plays an Energy and Sky Returns here. But if he does that, I'm going to Life Center this Mega Rayquaza and I'm going to smack it before it gets too crazy. Here we see a Life Center bringing up our Palkia here. That's... maybe he wants to play his supporters or his item cards. There we see a Link coming down. Okay. Okay, Link goes there. Is this weak to Fairy too? Oh, they're all weak to Fairy. I'm weak to Dragon. They're weak to Fairy. No, that's not fair at all. Here we see a switch. Bringing up the restaurant here. Okay. And we're just going to see a pass. See the Shaman here for 5. Oh, he could go crazy. He could get, like, Turbo Blaze, Mega Turbo, Double Dragon Energy. That's 5 energies right there. There we see 1 Mega Turbo. How many has he played? Or has discarded? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, that's his 4th one, so he can't do that this turn. We see either Attachment or Turbo Blaze. I didn't see what was going on there. Okay. The big question is, what do we do after this? We could license this Rayquaza here and start smacking it. So we'll Tasting for 1, Tasting for 2. We get a Muscle Band here. I'm going to attach a Psychic Energy here. And how many DCs are we down? Alright. See, I'm going to license this Mega Rayquaza here. And here now I'm going to strafe for 70. I probably should attach a Psychic Energy here, just in case he does knock out this Trevenant. That was a big misplay on my part right there. But what I was planning on doing is Tree Slamming here for 60 and the 20 to knock out the Shaman. And probably put 20 on the restaurant too. No, on the other Shaman. Yeah, the other Shaman for sure. Well, let's see. What does my opponent have here? Do we have a Coerce also? We could have Coerce for next turn or not. We haven't played Coerce yet. All right. And we'll see a pass from our opponent here. All right, nice for us. Here we'll Tasting for 1. Give me a DC. That's not a DC. Tasting for 2. Give me a DC. Well, that's not a DC. Alright, we'll put a Psychic Energy here. I think once again we just license this Mega Rayquaza here and hit it for another 70. Yep, that seems fine. Yeah, we'll Verse Seeker for Lysander. Bring up this Rayquaza here. Retreat to this Palkia here. And here we'll strafe for 70. Send up the Trevenant here. That's okay. But he still has 90 HP left, so a Tree Slam still doesn't knock him out here. But it looks like we're going to win here. It doesn't seem like my opponent has any energies. We see another restaurant coming to Axe Spot here. And a pass my opponent. Alright. So we get a DC here. We'll Tasting for 1. Tasting for 2. No Lysander this turn. How many Verse Seekers have we played? 1, 2. We've only played 2 so far. Okay. We'll put a DC on Trevenant. Here we'll play an N. Yep, that's fine. Alright, we get Computer Search next turn. So next turn we should be able to win. Let's see, we hit him for 9, 8, 7. Yeah, okay, so here we can Tree Slam, doing 60, 20, and 20. Okay, taking 2 prize cards here. And all we have to do next turn is license out this Mega Rayquaza and knock him out with either one of these Palkias, and we can win the game. Or knock out the restaurant. He also has 70 HP. But I want to knock out this big boy, this big 230 HP Pokemon. We're slowly just whittling him away with 70 HP strafes, which is not that great here. He just leaves the restaurant, the active spot here, but I'm going for it to play here. We're going to Computer Search for a Verse Seeker. We're getting a Lysander here. Come on, Rayquaza, you're joining the party. You're gonna get knocked out this turn. Oh, my opponent didn't let me do it there. Oh, I was trying to have fun and knock out that huge monster of Dragon Rayquaza. But we saw my opponent do 600 damage to Palkia. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. That was the only time he attacked us, right? Oh, he did 60 more damage somewhere. But yeah, that was a pretty good game there. We saw the power of Palkia, Trevenant, Slurpuff, and We beat a Mega Rayquaza deck, and we beat a Gengar deck, and I would think we would actually lose to the Gengar deck, but we just got set up faster than my opponent did. Made some questionable plays by discarding that Juniper that one turn. I'm not really sure why he did that. But thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you like Fan Friday. If you want to ever try to suggest a deck for Fan Friday, down below is the Facebook page. Make sure you go like it. And the deck with the most likes on Thursday will win. I'll make a post saying, post your decks for Fan Friday on Wednesday night. And then by Thursday night, I'll pick one of the decks that has the most likes and will win. But hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We're almost at 2,400, I think is what it was. If I remember correctly, maybe it's 2,300, but I think it's 2,400. But I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching once again, and alrighty, bye.